Hi, I'm Maren. Welcome back to my channel, Maren Makes It. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different for you guys, and that is I'm going to be trying on and reviewing everything or almost everything in the Lululemon Align collection. So I was kind of inspired to make this video by the fact that I couldn't find these answers online, and I figured if I have questions, chances are there's people out there who also have questions. So I went ahead and ordered the tank top in a different length, the leggings with the high waist, the leggings in a couple different lengths, the Lululemon Align leggings with pockets, the ones without pockets, so that we can do a big comprehensive comparison and try on to see what the differences are and hopefully help you guys figure out what you should order. The questions I wanted to find answers to that I couldn't really figure out online is, does the sizing differ on the Lululemon Align pants with pockets versus without? Also, does it matter what color they are? Because sometimes black fabrics tend to fit a little bit tighter. So do the colored leggings versus the black leggings in the collection fit any differently? I also wanted to see if the sizing would be any different on the super high-waisted ones, which are an online only product, versus the regular waisted ones. With the Lululemon Align tank, I wanted to see, does the regular fabric one fit any differently than the ribbed one? So if any of that interests you at all, stay watching. I'm going to be answering all those questions for you right now. But before I do, don't forget to hit the like button down below. It really helps YouTube show this video to other people who might be interested in this content, and consider hitting the subscribe button, turning on the bell for notifications, and without further ado, here we go. The first item I have for you guys is the All Align mock neck long sleeve in the color Cayenne, which is abbreviated CYNN on the tag as the 4-letter abbreviation for the color. It is a long sleeve style, but made out of the same buttery soft Nulu fabric that you associate with the Lululemon Align collection. It says on the tag that they've actually added Lycra to the Nulu for this particular product for extra stretch. There is one seam going down the back of the sleeve, and the length is cropped, hitting a few inches above the belly button for me. The sleeve length is actually all right, which is interesting because you'll see in the next few items that that isn't necessarily the case with all of the Lululemon Align long sleeve items. So the second item I got for you guys is the Lululemon long sleeve Align top. Now, I got this in 2 different colors to see if the different colors would fit any differently than each other. Then I also got it in 2 different sizes because I was reading in the reviews that some people said they find that this item runs big, so they actually size down. So I ordered the size I would normally order, and then 1 size down from what I would normally order. So that way I could compare the 2 sizes. So I'm going to be showing you guys the smaller size first and then the larger size. As you can see, this has a pretty scoop back that gives you a nice view of your shoulder blades. The front is less of a U shape like the back and more of a V shape. You have a really flattering seam that runs from the back to the sides of the body. Now for the sleeve length on this one, it just doesn't really work for me. It ends over 1 inch over the wrist bone, and if I try to stretch it down, it just snaps right back up. I really wish they would make a tall version of the long sleeve shirts the way they make a tall version of the leggings, because for us tall girls out here, it's just kind of not worth it to spend this much on a long sleeve top that doesn't fit properly. Now I'm going to be trying on the black long sleeve Align in the second size. So this one is 1 size up from the one I previously showed. This is the larger of the 2 sizes. It looks really similar on in the try on wearing it, but I do notice a few big differences for how it feels on me. So the sleeves are significantly looser. You can see this by the bunching on the arms and also near my wrist. It does feel looser at the waist as well. And it's a lot loose actually in the shoulders. Actually, I would be kind of worried about this kind of slipping off my shoulders if I was wearing it for the day, if I were to move around too much. So that is definitely a noticeable difference in the sizes. Okay, now I'm going to be trying on the Lululemon Align long sleeve in a color to see if the colored version fits differently than the black. I also ordered this one in 2 different sizes, so again, we can compare. We're starting again with the smaller one of the 2 sizes. So it feels a little bit bigger than the smaller one of the 2 blacks that I was wearing earlier. I would say it runs maybe 1/4 to 1/2 size larger in the brown than the black, which does seem to be the case with many things. Somehow black fabric seems to always fit a little bit tighter, or maybe you just have a little bit less stretch to it than colored fabrics, and I think it has something to do with the dye process. But this is across brands too, something I've observed. If you guys have ever noticed this before too, let me know in the comments down below, because maybe I'm just going crazy, but I do feel like this is something that I've noticed in fabrics in general, not just with Lululemon. Now, if I switch to the larger one of the two brown long sleeves that I ordered, I have the same problem as the larger one in the black, where the shoulders feel like they might just slip off and the sleeves are much looser. Obviously, this is still a very fitted top, but wearing it, you can definitely feel the difference in how the fit is there. I also wanted to lay these flat so that we could do a size comparison at just how much extra fabric you get by going up a size and where the extra fabric is. So I'm going to do that right now. The two sizes on top of each other like this to compare, and I line up the edges on one side. You do actually see a noticeable difference here. It's about an inch, really laying this way. So really it gives you about 2 extra inches in the size up. We have a teeny tiny bit of extra fabric in the larger size of the sleeve. If we look at this distance from the armpit to the bottom hem, so the length that the top would be, it is pretty much the same for the two. Maybe a tiny bit more for the larger size, but that's really a small amount there. Same is true when I fold them to compare the back length. So this is the top part of the scoopy back part, and this is the bottom hem on the back. I just folded the tank top so I could lay them side by side. There's virtually no difference between the two sizes. You get a little bit more shoulder height and sort of height for your chest area, because when I line the two front points of these seams up, you can see that the seams on the larger size do go a little bit further, and you do get a little bit of extra space here in the shoulder. That's probably why I was able to sort of flop them off my shoulders so easily. I did lay the black two next to each other too, side by side, and it was pretty much all the same things I just told you guys about the brown one. By the way, anything I'm not keeping, because I don't need multiple of these tops in multiple different sizes, anything I'm not keeping, I'm gonna post on my Poshmark at a very good discounted price. If anybody would like to get a bargain on some Lululemon, you should check it out. I will link my shop in the description down below. The next item we have is the Lululemon Align bodysuit. It has a deep V with some beautiful mesh panels in the back. In the inside, you can see there are removable cup pads, which is really appreciated because with that deep V back, it will be really hard to wear any kind of a regular bra with this and not have it show. The bottom of it snaps and is kind of a thong shape, so you can wear this under leggings without having any underwear lines, which was a really smart design on the part of the brand, in my opinion. The sleeve length on me is similar to the Lululemon long sleeve tops that we just tried on, so it's a little bit short for my personal preference. But overall, this is a really gorgeous design, and I love this deep V in the back. The next item I have for you is the Lululemon Align tank in the ribbed fabric. Love this texture variation on the classic Align tank. So let's see how this fits compared to the regular line. I do have several of that Align tank because I really like it. I'll wear it kind of as a tank top or a sports bra, or honestly just as a regular bra. And I wanted to see if I felt like the rib fabric fit any differently than the regular Align tank fabric. I would say it's a little bit tighter, but not enough for me personally to have to size up a whole size. As you can see, the regular Align length, tank length hits at the waist for me, and I would say it's very much of a crop top. They do also have a longer version of the Align tank, which I'm about to try on next, so you can compare exactly how that fit difference is. This longer version of the Align tank is actually called the Lululemon Align tank waist length, which to me is a little bit confusing because the bottom hem personally for me hits more at the top of my hip bone and not my waist, but I can remember it by telling myself that the waist length Align top covers the waist, whereas the regular Align top is more of a crop top and it leaves your waist exposed. So if that trick helps you guys, there's a little trick for you to not get confused by the names here. This color, by the way, is called Roasted Brown, which they abbreviate to RTDB for the color abbreviation as the 4-letter code on the tag. The last Align top I'm going to try on for you is just the regular length Align top. This is going to be in the color Dusty Clay, so this one is not a rib texture. I'm not sure if you can tell just from watching the video footage, but after trying on this one back to back with the ribbed Align top, I can definitely say that I feel like the regular one is about a quarter or a third of the size, maybe looser than the ribbed one. Again, not enough to really need to size up, but I can tell kind of a difference. Over time, it will probably also stretch out a little bit and just sort of mold to my body so that this really won't be an issue down the line. Okay, now let's switch over to Align bottoms from Align tops. The first pair I'm wearing here is just the regular Align legging. We're starting with those as a baseline. They're not the super high-waisted ones. We're gonna get to those in a bit. As you can see, there's no outside seam on these leggings. There is a panel on the inside of the leg that starts at about the knee height and then goes all the way up to the crotch. I believe they do this to prevent camel toe and also because obviously your thighs are larger than your calves, so they're gonna need a little bit of extra fabric here. I get mine in a 31-inch inseam, which is the longest inseam that they make. They also make 28 and 25 are really popular lengths. I think 25 is the sort of normal length that people get. 28 is then for people who are a little bit tall, and then 31 is for people who are very, very tall. There's also a crop length, which is at 23 inches, which is marketed as more of a 3/4 length legging for everybody. For me, 23-inch hits at a very awkward point right below my knee. You can see that for me, the 31-inch length hits right at the ankle bone, which is beautiful, and I am very happy to not have cold ankles. If I wanted a 7/8 inch legging, I would probably get the 28-inch length from Lululemon. This, by the way, is going to be what the 28-inch length looks like on me. And this right here, by the way, this leg thing is the main reason that I own a few pairs of these really expensive leggings. These are obviously not cheap leggings, but it is the only brand that I've ever found that makes leggings that come to actual full length on me. Most leggings are like a 7/8 inch length or a capri length on me without even trying. So especially in cooler weather, my calves and ankles kind of end up being exposed and cold, or I have to wear high socks with them to kind of cover it, or I always have to wear higher boots to make sure my ankles aren't getting exposed. So if you live anywhere that has a winter, the 7/8 inch length, personally, while it looks cute, is kind of a very impractical length to wear. So anyways, I've never found any other brands that make leggings with a 31-inch inseam. There are some brands out there that make a long or a tall, but that is more like the 28-inch inseam in my experience. If you know of any other brands that make an extra tall or an extra long, basically, length, please let me know in the comments down below. I'm totally open to trying them. I just haven't really been able to find any, honestly, so far. The next pair that I'm trying on here is the Lululemon Align leggings, this time the one with pockets added. I was really excited about these because I thought the pockets were kind of a cool detail and possibly something that's functional, although sometimes I find that pockets in leggings, just like if you put anything in there, you have to put something in both sides, otherwise it kind of like pulls them awkwardly. And then other times, if the leggings aren't tight enough on you, they sort of just like pull down the whole pants over time, especially if you're doing a walk or some kind of workout other than yoga where there is like impact involved, I feel like. But I really wanted to check them out, so let's see what they look like on. These ones do have an outside seam that goes all the way down to the ankle, and then another outside seam that stops mid-thigh, and then the pocket is between those two outside seams, so it's a really sleek and elegant design, I think. It does still have the same panel on the inside of the thigh that I mentioned with the regular Lululemon Align leggings, which you can see when I pop my leg out a little bit here. Next up, I got the Lululemon Align pocket leggings in black. I got them in black again to see if there would be any difference between how a black pair and a colored pair fits. And I didn't really notice a difference there so much, but I do feel like these fit tighter than the regular Align leggings do just overall, both in the black and the olive green color. These also feel like a much more compression-y type fabric than the regular Align, so I'm not sure if that's part of the reason why they feel a little bit tighter. And I'm not sure if this is something that's intentional either, because having that a little bit more tight compression-y fit probably does help the leggings stay up with the pockets dragging down thing, like if you put something in there, as I was just talking about. However, it does also make them feel much less like a loungy, super, super comfy legging and more like a compression-y, sporty legging, in my opinion. You can actually see the difference in the fabric too in the inside of these leggings. So if I turn them inside out and compare them, I'll show you guys what I'm seeing here. You can see that the wine red regular Align fabric that I tried on first have a sort of softer brushed look to them, whereas the fabric on the olive green ones doesn't have this brushed look at all, and the inside basically looks exactly as the outside does. I still like these leggings, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't really feel the same if you're used to the regular Aligns. So it does feel like a different fabric, if that makes sense. It definitely does not feel like the exact same thing, just with pockets as the regular Align legging. It does feel like a little bit more of a different legging than that. Not in a bad way, but just something to note, because when I hear Lululemon Align legging with pockets, I just assume it's going to feel the exact same way on as the Lululemon Aligns do, just with the addition of pockets, and that is definitely not the case. Not a bad thing, but just something to note. Please let me know how you guys feel about these leggings though in the comments, and how you feel about the difference between the pocket ones and the not pocket ones if you've tried both of them. I also got a pair of the super high-waisted Lululemon Aligns in just the regular Align legging. I wanted to see how much more high-waisted they would be than the regular Aligns, because I do feel like the regular Aligns are already a very high-waisted legging in my opinion. So the super high-waisted ones are about an extra inch higher waisted than the regular Aligns. When I'm wearing them here, you can see that the super high-waisted ones actually go over the height of the belly button, where I would say the other ones just sort of come to the height of my belly button. I also wanted to do one more size comparison that I felt like was important for you guys. So this time I got 3 different Align leggings. I have a size 4, a size 6, and an 8 legging here, so you guys can get the idea of how much fabric they add when you go up or down a size. So laying on top is the 4, then the 6, then the 8. I know this is something I personally find kind of tricky because many brands just size their leggings small, medium, and large. And so getting used to a system where the sizing is like the 2, 4, 8, 6 is in a way nice, because it gives you more options to sort of customize your sizing. You're not just sort of funneled into small, medium, large, extra large, and then if you don't happen to fit into one of those or are between sizes, you're kind of out of luck. But here you have a little bit more customization with the fit because you have more size options. The flip side of that is that it can be a lot more overwhelming to pick a size because you do have to be a little bit more specific. Whew. Okay, anyways, that is everything I have in the Lululemon Align collection to show you guys today in this video. I hope you guys found it helpful that I ordered multiple sizes and multiple colors to go really in depth with my comparison here. Again, don't forget to hit that like button down below on the video if you want to see more content of mine coming soon. As always, I just want to thank you so much for watching. Bye, YouTube.